Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for watching. Hollis from Pony here, and today we've got the nice white and black Hyundai Sonata. There's 3 trim levels available, 3 different engine choices as well. So we've got the nice top spec limited turbo edition here, and we're going to talk about some of the different things that they have available to them. This one, of course, is fully optioned up, but everyone comes standard with alloy wheels, comes with a backup camera, the Bluetooth and touchscreen audio, and automatic projector headlights. So just a couple of things that we're going to point out today on today's test drive. With our 3 engine choices available on the Sonata this year, all 3 of them are 4-cylinder engines. We have 2 of them that are turbocharged, 1 that is naturally aspirated. So on our turbos, we have a 1.6T, that's the Eco edition of the Sonata, so you get the highest gas mileage. We have what's under the hood here today, which I'm excited to drive around. This is a 2.0T, so it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It's a twin scroll turbo. We get 245 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, so I know this is going to be a fun sedan to drive around today, plenty of power. And then we have the standard base engine, which is a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine. That's going to give you the best balance of the fuel economy and power ratio. So as we drive this around, we'll see how it goes and have a little bit of fun as well. Here inside the 2017 Sonata, there's a lot of technology packed into this vehicle. One of the areas I want to focus on is this lovely 8-inch high-definition touchscreen navigation system. As mentioned, every Sonata comes with a touchscreen audio system. It starts off as a 7-inch screen, and if you opt for the navigation, such as this one has here on the Limited, it bumps up to an 8-inch high-def screen. It's a great system to use, but what I want to focus on today is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Here for 2017, Hyundai has made it a standard system on every Hyundai with the touchscreen audio system. Opening it up, you'll see it's a very familiar system. So I have my available Apple apps, phone, music, maps, messaging, which I can do through Siri, and swiping over any available other things, such as my Pandora or my Spotify. I can also use Siri here and let know what my signal is. It's a very intuitive system to use. One of the nicest things that Hyundai has done this year is made available to anyone who's purchased a 2017 Hyundai who may have purchased it before they made this standard. They have offered it as a free software update to anyone who would like to add that on. So you can contact Hyundai and they will let you know the steps to enable the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto system on your phone or on your vehicle, which I think is a really nice thing that they've done. But otherwise, it's a very techy cabin, and we'll talk a little bit more about it as we go on. We have a nice 10-speaker Infinity sound system with 400 watts of stereo power. We've got XM radio, Bluetooth streaming, high-def radio, CD player, which a lot of cars are deleting now, and we also have the USB and auxiliary audio inputs we can do as well. The Sonata is a mid-size family sedan, so that being the case, you're likely going to have people in the back seat, and I wanted to show you what we have for room back there. So getting in, it's a nice wide door opening, and my seat is where it was, plus a few inches because it has the memory feature which moves the seat back so that I can have easy ingress and egress. But back here it's huge. As you can see, I have plenty of room. My feet go under the seat. I have an immense amount of room between my knees and the back of that seat. Definitely no worries there for anyone my size or larger. And same with the headroom. So we have the beautiful panoramic moonroof here. It's almost the entire roof. And back here it's sculpted out so that where my head is, it's a little tight for me with one fist. So if you were taller, it might be a little close. But keep in mind, you do have this open air glass, so it's going to seem a lot better than it is. We've got the center armrest here with cup holders. I have my own vents back here. I have heated seats right here. I can control that on the door, and there's the nice window shades too. So it's a very comfortable back seat. We've got 4 grab handles all around, and it's a wide back seat, so you could definitely get 3 people back here, no problem. And I don't see why you wouldn't be comfortable on a good distance trip. It's a nice large back seat. We will check out the trunk. Let's see, no pass through here, but we'll check out, it's a very large trunk, so we'll show you what room is back there. One of the many neat features that Hyundai has is the hands-free smart trunk. As you can see, my hands are nowhere near the car or my pocket. I have the smart key right here in my pocket, and I've enabled the smart trunk feature. So you just noticed what it does. When I walk up to the car after the car has been locked, it senses that the key is here, and without me doing anything at all, it opens the trunk for me. It's absolutely fabulous. It's a genius idea, much better than kicking your foot under the bumper or anything like that, because it's totally hands-free, action-free, etc. And once the trunk is open, you have a lot of space. So there's 16.3 cubic feet of space back here, which is quite a large amount. You could definitely fit a good amount of stuff back there. It is a 60-40 split fold seat, so you can pull the tabs right here, and those will fold down. We have the nice cargo net. It's a trunk mat in here, which is optional, but I also like this. You can add this accessory, which this one has, which is the bag holder, so you can put up to 22 pounds worth of grocery bags or whatever you're holding, so that it doesn't kind of roll all over the trunk, which is awesome. When you're done, you get the nice grab handle here, shut the trunk, walk away, and you're good to go. One of the available safety features in the Sonata is the blind spot monitoring system. So as I pull onto 93 here, if there was a car that was in my blind spot that I couldn't see over my shoulder when I looked out the window, it would have lit up kind of like it's doing in my mirror right now to let me know that there's a car coming up behind me. And if I was to put on my directional and it was there, it would actually beep in the car and the speakers on that side, and flash in the mirror to correspond to which side it was on. Nope, I don't want that. Which is super helpful, because then if you miss someone while you're looking over your shoulder to make sure there's no one there, you have that extra safety net. Of course, every safety feature that's put into a car such as that wants to be, you can't just rely solely on that. Make sure that you're actually looking and using your own eyes, but it's a nice thing that you can have just as a secondary aid. Pulling onto the highway was no problem. Thankfully, there wasn't much traffic right now because we're about midday. Come 5 o'clock, this is packed, and it can be difficult to get onto the highway. A lot of people don't like to let you merge, but there's plenty of power under the hood of this full-blown turbo. So we've got the 2-liter turbo today, and I can feel that horsepower and torque. Again, it's 245 horse and 260 torque. It's really making itself known. It's a beautiful engine for this size car. We've been able to get right under the highway a few times, no problem, drive around town, and it's been very quiet and kept itself at bay. Even now I'm doing 60 and we're only at 1800 RPM, which is fantastic. It's not intrusive at all. There's not really much wind noise. There's a little bit of wind noise coming from my camera, but other than that I can't really hear too much, and that's great, especially considering we have this giant panoramic moonroof. A lot of safety features are available too on the Sonata this year, which is a nice thing to have available. So we have all of them here today. I haven't gotten a chance to use all of them, which is good. The aforementioned blind spot monitoring system, that has the lane change assist, which I just talked about, but it also has rear cross traffic monitoring. So it uses the same sensors that are hidden in the rear bumper. So when I'm backing out, if I am, for instance, maybe I have 2 pickup trucks or something next to me, and I can't see really to my sides, and the backup camera only shows me so much. If a car starts coming on either side, it will beep and flash in whichever mirror to let me know that there's a vehicle coming. It's a fantastic system. It's very helpful in addition to your rear view camera and looking around you to just make sure that you're safer, to make sure you're not going to accidentally hit another vehicle that maybe isn't seeing you pulling out, or vice versa. So that's a great thing. There's the available safety package itself, so that blind spot monitoring is an option, and then there's a safety package. What that ties together is the automatic emergency braking, the smart cruise control, which will of course keep your set speed and distance when you're on the highway. It's a great feature to have if you're someone who does a lot of highway driving. It takes that stress out of cruise control on, cruise control off, or just foregoing it altogether because you can't. But if you just set that, the car will take care of itself. We've got the lane departure warning. We have automatic high beam assist, which is really cool. If you turn on your high beams at night, you can leave them on at all times. And the car has a sensor in the front here in the mirror windshield area that will look for and register either the brake lights of a car in front of you or the headlights of an oncoming car, and it will dim the lights back down. Wow, people are really not paying attention around here. Okay. You got to be careful when you're driving. You got to watch out for everyone around you. but it'll dim the headlights back down to low beams and then right back to high beams, which is super cool. Then we've got, of course, the rear traffic monitoring. We have the rear park sensors, so in addition to the camera, as you're getting closer to an object behind you, it will start beeping faster and faster until you're a couple inches away, and then it's just kind of a solid beeping line. That's very helpful. I have that in my car. And then the blind spot detection. What's really cool this year, available on the limited edition, if you get the safety package that we just talked about, a new feature that's included this year is the automatic xenon headlights are active bending. Hyundai calls it dynamic bending. So what that entails is at night when your headlights are on, the headlights can actually swivel the light left and right. So as you turn your steering wheel, if you're going around a right-hand corner, the headlights will actually swivel their beams to the right. That way you can see around the corner instead of just looking straight where your light is going, but you actually need to go to the right. It's a very helpful system. I have that on my vehicle, and it's one of those things that until you start using it, you don't really think it's that helpful, but it actually does a lot. As you're coming around the corner, if around here we have a lot of deer and moose and whatnot, if you have a deer that's standing on the side of the road that you wouldn't have seen otherwise, but your headlight's bent and you can all of a sudden see it, that gives you that extra split second to react, to slow down or steer out of the way of some impending danger. So that is great. Definitely something that I'm excited that Hyundai has decided to include in the Sonata this year. I believe they started including that as an option on the Tucson last year, so it's nice to see that it's making its way through with the rest of the family. We're going through downtown right now. It's one of my favorite drives to go through because you have a lot going on around you, and it kind of shows that you don't have to be paying too much attention to what's going on in the car. The car's taking care of it, which is great. You've got people all around. It's a gorgeous day. Hopefully you can see out of the moonroof because this is absolutely awesome. Hopefully you can see how giant it is. It takes up almost the entire roof. And that is just, it's awesome. I like a sunroof anyways, but then you've got people with you, or on a day like today, you can look through it during the day and see the cool city skyscraper, or you can look through it at night and see the moon, the stars, which is just really neat. It's a nice feature to have. The ride is very compliant on uncomfortable pavement. You know what's going on under you, which I really appreciate. You know what the wheels are doing, but that doesn't come through as jarring motions here in the car. It's still a firm ride, but it's a comfortable firm ride, if that makes sense. Like I said, you know what's going on, but it's not jarring you around. The seats are comfortable. The suspension really soaks it up without just covering it up, which is something helpful when you enjoy driving. It lets you just be a safer, better driver in general because you know what your car is doing and going through. There are a lot of creature comforts here on the limited edition. I have memory seats and mirrors. I have automatic dual zone climate control, which I have just set to 72 a while ago, and it's been keeping it at that. It's very comfortable in here. The seats up here are heated and cooled, and the cooling works really well. I had it turned on earlier, and I actually ended up turning it off because it was, even on low, it was just so cold that I didn't end up needing it. It's not hot enough out today, even with the black interior, but that was great. Just a lot of nice things. Rear view mirrors, auto dimming, and the cool moonroof, the backup sensors and whatnot. So we've got paddle shifters here on the turbo. So right here, you can't see them, I don't think, but here where my fingers are, let's make sure there's no one coming, and there is. Whoops. Yeah, we get the paddle shifter, so if I was in some kind of a sporty drive mode, I could, and we're just gonna let them go too. The joys of driving in downtown Concord, right? Bluetooth and audio controls are right here in the stereo, or on the steering wheel rather, and it has the voice activation, so if I press that button I can control a lot of the functions via my voice. So I can control the navigation and the stereo just by pressing the button, giving it a command, and it will take it from there, which is really cool. And more people. Definitely got to be paying attention today. People are just everywhere out and about enjoying this gorgeous weather while we have it. But yeah, there's just a lot to like here in the car. It's definitely something I can see myself on a day-to-day basis enjoying. Let's make sure that says good. All right, construction and people. But yeah, no, it really is. It's great. It's comfortable. There's a lot of nice features. As I mentioned, the stereo is fantastic. I can't see any reasons that I wouldn't actually like this. It's a great back seat. So yeah, you should definitely come check it out. There you have it, the 2017 Hyundai Sonata Limited Turbo. Great vehicle. There's a lot that comes standard on every Sonata, so something wonderful to look into. And what's nice is that Hyundai actually dropped the pricing on every model level of the Sonata this year, so it's even more enticing to come and take a look at. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, share, let me know how you feel. Tell everyone about it. Come check us out at Grapponi Automotive Group. Thank you so much. I'm Hollis. See you next time.